Welcome back to the channel. My name's Brian Kingsbury. Today we're going to do another Brian Reads the News segment. This one is coming to us from womensworld.com. It's titled Remembering Gene Hackman, 20 Things to Know About His Legendary Life and Career. From the French Connection to Superman and Unforgiven, we're honoring his incredible legacy. This article is by Ed Gross, was published February 27th, 2025. People were stunned by the death of screen legend Gene Hackman on February 26, 2025. Not so much because a 95-year-old had passed away, but the bizarre circumstances surrounding that passing. Hackman, his wife Betsy, and their dog were all found deceased by police at their home in New Mexico. Yet, while all that is being sorted out, we're offering up this tribute to the life and career of one of Hollywood's greats. Fact number 1 is Gene Hackman's difficult childhood. Gene Hackman was born Eugene Allen Hackman on January 30th, 1930 in San Bernardino, California. His early childhood was marked by frequent moves due to his father's unstable employment, and the family eventually settled in Danville, Illinois, where Gene was still young. He was raised in a working-class family, and his parents, Lyda and Eugene Ezra Hackman, divorced when he was 13 years old. The separation had a lasting effect on him, particularly because his father walked out on the family without saying goodbye. Hackman later recalled watching his father leave and never return, which instilled in him a sense of emotional toughness that would inspire many of his performances. In Danville, Hackman attended Danville High School, where he was more interested in sports than academics. He was tall for his age, sometimes making him seem older than his classmates, a trait that later helped him in Hollywood. However, he struggled in school and found authority figures restrictive, which may have contributed to his decision to leave home at a young age. Despite his rough childhood, Hackman later credited Danville as the place where he first developed a love of storytelling, as he spent time at local theaters watching movies that would inspire him. Fact number 2, he joined the Marines. At just 16 years old, Hackman was eager to escape his home life and enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps despite being underage. To do so, he lied about his age, a fact he later admitted with a mix of pride and regret. He was eventually stationed in China, Hawaii, and Japan, serving as a field radio operator during the post-World War II years. His time in the military was formative, exposing him to a broader world beyond the small-town life he had known. During his nearly 5 years of service, Hackman experienced strict discipline, which clashed with his natural rebelliousness. He frequently butted heads with authority figures, a theme that would carry over into many of his on-screen roles. However, he also honed his communication skills, which would later serve him well as an actor. After his military service, Hackman was discharged in 1951 and struggled to find direction, briefly working odd jobs before deciding to pursue higher education. Fact number 3, his struggles as an actor. After leaving the Marines, Hackman enrolled in the University of Illinois, initially studying journalism and television production. However, he soon lost interest in academics and dropped out. By his mid-20s, he had developed a strong desire to become an actor, though he had no formal training or connections in the industry. Undeterred, he moved to California and enrolled at the Pasadena Playhouse, a prestigious acting school that trained future stars. Unfortunately, Hackman was far from an overnight success. His instructors were unimpressed with his talent, and he was even voted least likely to succeed by his classmates. Instead of discouraging him, this only strengthened his resolve. Hackman later said he used the rejection as motivation to prove them wrong. However, his early years were difficult. He worked odd jobs to make ends meet, including as a doorman at Howard Johnson's Hackman's restaurant, a furniture mover, and even a soda jerk. Though through it all, his commitment to acting never wavered, and despite repeated rejections, he continued to audition for roles in television and theater. Fact number 4, friendship with Dustin Hoffman and Robert Duvall. After struggling in California, Hackman relocated to New York City in the late 1950s to immerse himself in the theater scene. There he crossed paths with Dustin Hoffman and Robert Duvall, two other actors trying to make a name for themselves. The three men became close friends and even shared living arrangements at different points, forming a supportive group that helped each other through the inevitable setbacks of a fledgling acting career. Hoffman and Hackman in particular had a unique bond. Both were considered unconventional actors, lacking the traditional leading man looks that Hollywood preferred at the time. Their appearances often led to early rejections, with casting agents dismissing them as character actors rather than stars. They frequently joked about their failures, keeping each other motivated in an industry where rejection was constant. Interestingly, all three men, Hackman, Hoffman, and Duvall, would go on to become Oscar-winning actors and some of the most respected performers of their generation. Their early days were spent hustling for roles in off-Broadway plays, taking small TV parts, and working side jobs to survive. Hackman eventually landed roles in television shows like Route 66 and The Naked City, small opportunities that kept him going until his big break arrived. Fact number 5, he got a late start in Hollywood. Unlike many actors who find fame in their 20s, Hackman was well into his mid-30s before he achieved widespread recognition. His rugged everyman persona didn't fit the conventional Hollywood mold, and he was frequently overlooked for leading roles. However, his persistence paid off in 1967 when he landed a supporting role in Arthur Penn's Bonnie and Clyde. Hackman played Buck Barrow, the older brother of Warren Beatty's Clyde, in what would become one of the most influential films of the 1960s. His performance earned him his first Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, finally putting him in Hollywood's radar and instantly proving the naysayers wrong. At 37 years old, Hackman had gone from a struggling actor scraping by to one of the most in-demand performers in the industry. The late start to his career ultimately worked in his favor because he had spent years refining his craft in theater and television. He arrived in Hollywood as a fully developed actor, able to deliver performances that felt genuine and lived in. Unlike many young stars who burned out quickly, Hackman's career would span more than 4 decades, filled with iconic roles in a wide variety of genres. Fact number 6, he was a versatile performer. Hackman never allowed himself to become typecast, seamlessly transitioning between genres. He played hard-nosed detectives, politicians, military officers, sports coaches, and even comedic roles. In Mississippi Burning in 1988, he delivered a powerful performance as an FBI agent investigating a racially motivated murder. He later brought hilarious over-the-top energy to The Birdcage in 1996, playing a conservative senator unknowingly caught up in a situation. Fact number 7, the importance of Bonnie and Clyde. Director Arthur Penn's Bonnie and Clyde is considered to be an important start in the chapter of New Hollywood, where maverick filmmakers shook up the status quo of Hollywood at the time, and Hackman was the perfect performer to ride that wave. Fact number 8, The French Connection, 1971. One of Hackman's most legendary performances came in 1971 when he played the rough-edged detective Popeye Doyle for director William Friedkin in The French Connection. His portrayal of Doyle, an obsessed cop willing to cross ethical lines, earned him his first Academy Award for Best Actor. The movie's thrilling car chase sequence remains one of the most famous in cinema history. Fact number 9, The Conversation, 1974. Directed by Francis Ford Coppola, this psychological thriller starred Hackman as a paranoid surveillance expert caught in a moral crisis. The film is considered one of the greatest thrillers of all time. Fact number 10, Lex Luthor in Superman, the movie, 1978. In 1978, Hackman took on one of the most memorable roles, playing Lex Luthor, Superman's arch nemesis in Superman the movie. Unlike traditional supervillains, Hackman's Luthor was charming, sarcastic, and even humorous, giving the role a unique spin. He returned for Superman 2 in 1980 and Superman 4: The Quest for Peace in 1987, though he famously refused to shave his head for the part, requiring wigs and camera tricks to give the illusion of baldness. Fact number 11, Hoosiers, 1986. Hackman's role as Coach Norman Dale in Hoosiers made the film one of the greatest sports movies ever made. His gruff but inspiring coaching style remains iconic. Fact number 12, Mississippi Burning, 1988. In this gripping civil rights drama, Hackman plays FBI agent Rupert Anderson, based on real-life investigators who sought justice for murdered activists. His intense but humanistic portrayal earned him an Oscar nomination for Best Actor. Fact number 13, Unforgiven, 1992. In 1992, Hackman teamed up with Clint Eastwood in Unforgiven, playing the brutal sheriff Little Bill Daggett. His menacing yet oddly principled performance won him his second Academy Award, this time for Best Supporting Actor. The film was a revisionist western that redefined the genre, and Hackman's performance was widely praised. Fact number 14, Enemy of the State, 1998. Hackman plays a retired surveillance expert in a role that many considered an unofficial sequel to The Conversation, reflecting themes of government overreach. From producer Jerry Bruckheimer and starring Will Smith. Fact number 15, The Royal Tenenbaums, 2001. Playing the eccentric and selfish Royal Tannenbaum, Hackman delivered a witty, layered performance that resulted in his winning a Golden Globe for Best Actor. Fact number 16, his final film role. Hackman's last on-screen role was in 2004's Welcome to Moose Point, a comedy starring Everybody Loves Raymond's Ray Romano. Fact number 17, his retirement from acting. Citing his age and declining health, Hackman chose to retire from acting in 2004, despite still being offered many roles. In essence, Hollywood wasn't ready for him to retire, but that didn't change his mind. Fact number 18, Gene Hackman had serious health concerns. Hackman's decision to retire from acting was not just a personal choice, but also a matter of health and well-being. Over the years, he faced various heart-related issues, including undergoing an angioplasty, a procedure that opened blocked arteries. Concerned about the physical demands of filmmaking, he chose to step away from the industry rather than push his limits. Fact number 19, he moved to New Mexico. After retiring from Hollywood, Hackman settled in Santa Fe, New Mexico, a place known for its serene landscapes and artistic community. He was embraced a quiet, private life, preferring the open spaces and relaxed atmosphere over the hustle of Los Angeles. While he no longer acts, he has been seen cycling around town and enjoying outdoor activities, staying active in his later years. And finally, fact number 20, he transitioned into being a successful novelist. Acting may have been behind him, but Hackman didn't stay idle creatively, pursuing a long-held dream of becoming an author. All right, there you have it, another successful Brian Reads the News segment. This one again coming to us from womansworld.com, titled Remembering Gene Hackman, 20 Things to Know About His Legendary Life and Career. If you enjoy this sort of content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Go on up there, hit that subscription button, ring that notification bell, and watch a few videos. If you could do me a huge favor, give this one a big thumbs up on your way out and leave me a comment. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.